All right, we'll call the meeting of the Granite Falls City Council to order. Any agenda additions from staff?
None for me.
None from staff. Is there anything from council tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on. Need to look to approve the consent agenda as written. Somebody like to make that motion or have something pulled from the consent agenda?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Take your choice. Okay, great. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Let's see here. Chris is here and don't see anybody else probably coming tonight. We
No,
can
it's
drop
just-
down to change order for the hydro plant. Welcome, Chris, and thank you for coming.
Yeah, and I could start a little bit with this. So, as part of the hydro plant project, we kind of downstream wall, we were looking at reinforcing it. It's aged, there's some structural issues, there is some moisture that's getting behind the wall, which we're looking at ways of trying to address that moisture issue as well. And initially, when they being Bar, looked at everything, they thought the concrete blocks were hollow, they were looking at filling them and adding more stability to that wall. Upon further investigation, now that they're actually working on the wall, they are already filled. So what they are proposing to, basically another plan option of structurally reinforcing that wall, which would include some additional concrete, and anchoring of the wall itself. Would you want to add anything to that? Or is that?
That's the crux of it, yeah. We're gonna pin out to the pillars. Originally, they had stayed within the budget and they were just gonna pour like a 6-inch slab across that, catwalk or that platform where the stairs go down to. And then another 6 inches on either side of this pillar. But the bow is about 4 or 5 feet over from that pillar. I mean, it's actually bowing out, so that wouldn't work. I mean, it would work for a little bit, but structurally,
So they're gonna pour about 6 inches all the way across. They feel that'll hold this wall that's bowing?
yeah, they'll
Between
put,
that and anchoring.
yeah, they're gonna add, rebar and everything else to it, so it'll be pinned to the, that platform, pinned out to the walls and,
Pinned to the foundation on the bottom then,
Yep.
and the pillars on the outside?
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Is there a credit then for the, not having to core fill the hollow blocks that were initially figured, or,
I don't know about that.
okay?
I suppose that'd be a good question for them.
Yeah,
Evidently, they'd already filled them, so,
yeah, they were already filled at one time.
yeah.
Yeah, according to Bar and Minger, with the additional work, it would result actually in overage costs of $37,000 that we would pull from reserves.
Just curious, yeah, if they take off what the cost that they had estimated to core fill everything off of that to get to the 37,
I think that's a fair question.
you know? Just curious on that, you know? Yeah.
Given that answer, and if they did take that into consideration, is this something that council would be interested? As staff, we feel if we're gonna reinforce it, we wanna do it right. We vetted out multiple different ideas with Bar, looking at just touch-up areas or anchoring in some spots to this plan. We feel long-term is gonna be the most solid plan of reinforcing the wall.
Yeah. I was, I don't know, kind of confused by the way I read this, but the way I read it is they estimate doing it the new way at $60,000 to do that. And they show the old way of core filling at $37,000.
Oh, yes, excuse me,
With
it'd
a
be
new
it'd be 23,000.
23.
I'm sorry, I said
Is
the
that
wrong
correct?
number. Yeah, that is correct, I said
Okay.
the wrong number.
Okay, so then they are crediting their first bid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah,
it was,
okay.
yep, sorry, and I
Okay.
apologize, I did say the wrong number. Yes, the original proposed work was 60,000.
No, 37.
or 37,000.
Yeah.
New cost is 60, so it'd be 23.
23 is the difference, okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, okay, that's correct then.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're after, is the
We
23,000.
will still confirm that question with
Yeah.
Cordell. I think that's a good question,
Yep.
but looking at the numbers, yes.
Okay.
My educated assumption would be that they did.
Yeah,
but-
just to verify that. I think that's what we're reading here. Okay. Anything else on the change order? Okay. Anybody like to make a motion to approve the change order for the amount of $23,000?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, then we'll move back up here to 5A. We got the Airport Commission.
No council action, this is just information. The main point of our meeting was to review the draft master plan with Ron. He made a few minor changes or suggestions that the commission was in agreement with. So that's gonna be updated, and then the final step would be to bring it before council for approval.
Okay. And with that, at the airport, didn't we increase the maintenance or cleaning of the arrival departure building last time?
Just during the summer months.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay,
for twice a week instead of once a week,
Okay.
for an additional $500
all right,
in total.
okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, then we'll move on to 5B, the EDA.
Just information.
Okay. Okay, have here, they've been pouring some patios or something up here at the EDA apartment buildings.
I'll let Dwayne
Have you
speak
guys
to
been
that.
redoing some patios up there?
Yeah, the patios for each one gets one.
Okay,
I think they're all done with those.
10 by 12,
they?
aren't they?
I've heard, yeah, a couple of the tenants up there really expressed some positive,
Yeah,
feedback on that.
originally they were thought of putting on the back, but it got complicated, for
Okay.
stuff. So they're beside the front door now, they can use that as their,
Okay.
set their furniture on it, whatever, and, yeah, I guess
Yep.
it turned out, and there's a little bit of, stuff to do with, he did his part, but it'll, a little bit of, landscaping type
Okay.
stuff and that.
All right, excellent. Yeah, I've heard some positive feedback on that, so,
And
very good. All right, then we'll move on to 5C, Charter Commission.
Couple action items. So the Charter Commission did meet for our annual meeting. We meet at minimum once a year, even if there are no changes. Resulting from that meeting were two changes. One, for tonight is looking for a resolution to remove Jeremy Blackwelder and insert Spencer Quam, City Attorney Spencer Quam, into the commission, or the Charter Commission. And then, once that resolution's done, that will be sent to the judge, because the judge actually has to sign off and approve who's on the commission. So that will be sent in, but that can be done just by resolution. The other action item, it actually came from the League of Minnesota Cities, who noted that they have observed a number of city charters not in compliance with the state statute that requires in the recall petition section that there needs to be a birth date inserted to ensure that the person signing the petition is of voting age. So the commission did, of course, approve that modification, and they did insert actually in here that page showing that update at the recommendation from the league and meeting state statute requirements. However, to update the charter is more of a process. So the first step is and this is all outlined by statute, the first is to call for a public hearing for the opportunity for the public to come and share any feedback they have on the proposed change. We recommend the second meeting in November, if that works for council, November 17th, I believe. And then after that, the change has to be done by ordinance. So then we would do a first reading and a second reading of an ordinance to make the change.
And that is on both the changes.
That is actually just on the
Just
one.
on?
Yep, to change the commission itself, that is just by resolution. So that one
So-
doesn't have to go through that whole process, so we can, if council's comfortable, we can approve that change by resolution, then we'll send that off to the judge to
Yep.
change. And then the second action item would be to call for the public hearing for the recall petition change.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on that? So then tonight, we're looking for a resolution to remove Jeremy Blackwelder and insert City Attorney Spencer Quam
Correct.
at this time. Somebody like to make that resolution?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Craig. Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay,
And then the next one would be to call for the public hearing
okay.
for the change to the charter itself, recommended by staff as November 17th.
And that's adding the birth date.
Correct.
That's a state statute.
Yes, it's tied with the state
So
statute.
couldn't someone come into a hearing and disagree with it?
I know, I was wondering
What
why.
are we doing? Like,
Well,
this is silly.
I don't disagree with you, but we're required both by state statute to insert it, and we're also required by state statute to go through this process to modify the charter. So technically, yes, someone could come disagree, and then we would say, well, it's by
Leave it
state
to the government.
statute. I hear you, but our hands are tied. I hear you 100%. And you know, part of that I assume is, because not all changes we do is obviously required by state statute, but here we are.
Okay,
Sorry.
no.
I feel like the changing of lawyers would need more of a hearing than that.
Yeah,
This baffles me.
you're not wrong.
Okay. So we're looking for a resolution on that.
So moved.
Thank you. Again, sorry.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, thanks. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now we go down here to 6B1, the Hayland Farm lease agreements.
Yep, so a couple different ones enclosed. One is a Hayland agreement with Blaine Weber. Looking at entering, that expires here at the end of December. Looking for approval to enter into another 3-year contract unless there is a desire to bid it out. There also enclosed is 2 cropland lease agreements, one with Jepson and one with Peterson. One thing I did want to bring before council at the request of Peterson is council can see the difference in paying per acreage for both individuals. As a reminder, the history with this is Peterson is farming what used to be owned by the Laurie family. That was the additional acreage that we recently acquired in the industrial park, and that contract carried over, and we just kept the same terms of that contract. But Eric has noted the difference in cost per acre between the two and has inquired about that. Now, council can say, we're offering you a contract, either you accept it or we bid it out again. Or council can say, we're gonna just bid these both out. If that's the case, I'd recommend at least giving them the 26 season, as I'm assuming they've ordered their crop seed or whatever possibly for the 26 season. Typically they do. But I said I would bring it up for council discussion, or the other option would be to lower the one
I
and
think we
match
should
the other.
do the same as the airport field. For tillable acres.
Or, note this is cropland, so they're planting
Right.
crop,
It's like
okay.
we have leased land at the airport for cropland.
Yep.
I think we should do the same.
I don't know.
We do the same, don't we? It's both bid,
Did that every so often.
openly bid.
Yeah, it's bid, so, I mean,
Yeah.
you can match that same price, but note it's not.
The
through
deal
bid
is with the
process.
airport, they are restricted to what they can plant out there, where here they are not.
Yeah. Yeah,
They are restricted to what they can plant at the airport from the National Aviation Board or
That
whatever.
is correct, because it can
Yeah.
only reach a certain height.
Yep. There's a lot more restrictions out there. The deal with this here is, Mr. Peterson placed a bid to the city. He's the one that set the amount
He did.
and things, and, at the time, where we could bid this out again, and I mean, both the Jepson land and the Pearson land would have to be rebid. You know, and that's kind of what we've done in the past.
but
But-
that'll come up, though, not this coming year, but 20,
It'd be
Next year.
20.
Well, the contracts all end here at December.
Yep,
Yep.
But most of the time, farmers have already
Yep.
got their seed lined up
You're
for the
saying
next,
we continue on at this.
at least one more year, but give them the
Go out
heads
bids
up.
For 3 years.
We're gonna rebid it at the end of '26 for
yeah,
3 years.
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah.
The other thing to note too is the difference is, the quality of land too. The farmland out by the airport too factored in as part of that pricing as well as it's not as high of quality.
My
So
question
I would
is,
add
Dan,
that
what,
too, but-
I thought it was like two.
I might not be following you. What do you mean we should do it the same as the airport?
Well, I think we did 250 an acre there. I think we should do 250 an acre everywhere. If we have farmland as a city, I don't know why we charge people twice as much at the airport.
The airport doesn't qualify for government program stuff that farmers sign up for.
You're just furthering my point. Why would they get a cheaper rate?
Yeah,
Yeah, and typically
Yep.
out at the airport, only,
Yep.
they take the same piece. They don't
get it.
bid on all of them. One wants one wants the other, and that's because
Yeah,
it's
'cause it's 250 an acre,
Right.
right?
adjacent
Yep.
to their.
Versus 111, I think it is here.
Yep,
Yeah, well, it would drop Eric's down to 3,435 and then.
what, okay. Right now, it's Erickson at the airport, isn't it?
There's like 5 people.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
What do we get at the airport?
I think it's 250 an acre.
Okay,
I believe so.
okay, what do we get out here from Jepson?
111.
Okay, and
then
that,
Eric, it would drop his down.
what's Eric at?
So, well, Eric, it would drop it down from the 4,122 to 3,400.
Yeah, but what's he bidding per acre?
Per acre, hold on, I can tell you.
300?
That's what I was thinking.
300, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So. And,
I mean, am I cut my nose to spite my face? Is it a wash either way? Or, I just think it's like, why do we have all
Kinda
these
is, but
different
yeah.
prices?
I get it. I see what you're looking at too. Yeah. And, is Jepson land hay land or is that tillable acres?
Tillable.
And,
So his would increase from 2,947 to 6,600.
my idea, I'm just gonna throw this out there. My idea is to be this late in 25, to leave it as is for 26, and then rebid the Jepson land and the other land, Eric land, in 26 for a 3-year deal, and see how that goes,
Yeah,
you know? Because we bid the airport each time. We do, so let's just bid this each time, be fair about it, you know? And if Eric wants the Jepson land, he bids 300 for that, he bids 300 for it.
And we haven't
We
always
don't-
bid out the
We don't
airport.
bid the airport. That's been a,
But we set the rent.
We've
We set the
looked
rate.
at every time,
We
we've
do.
extended it,
but it's been extended for
Yeah,
as long as we've
yeah.
been here.
Yeah,
yeah.
but we reviewed the rate.
Because of the rate where it's at or whatever, you know, I mean, we know 250 is
Yeah,
at the going rate.
Yeah, that's
And with the
market data.
restrictions out there, you know, we feel that's fair. And we've had
The
it-
shape of the land out there at the airport too, it's like triangles and
Yeah.
tetrahedrons. Tetrahedrons spread out all over the place, and you're crossing over, it's,
But it comes up for, you know,
We do the leases every year, or at least, I think every year, maybe it's every 3 years.
3 years, I
It's
think,
3 years.
Okay.
3 years,
yeah.
But we pull the
And
mark.
they'll come in and
every
plead
data
their case
every
and point at a
time we
map
do it.
and,
Yep. 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 That would be my idea. We just leave it as is for 26 and then come, let's just say May or June of 26, let's just rebid it.
Yeah.
That's what
And if
makes sense.
either one of them want to bid it, that's up to them.
We can give them an
That would just be
advance-
my thought. It's up to
advance
everybody
notice.
else.
No, that's what I
Better way to
think,
do
same
it.
thing.
Okay?
Someone want to make that a motion, or?
We need to,
Somebody want to make a motion on that?
So moved.
to continue at 300 acre for one more year and then call for bids in
And
May and June.
this is the Hayland and Farm?
Hayland, I'm not sure. I don't know what we should do. I'm not an expert at Hayland. I just know we did 250 an acre for the airport. That's all.
Yeah,
I'll
so
say
maybe let's treat them separately.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
would just be for the
The
two
tillable.
contracts,
Yeah.
to keep them the same for 26, but give them the advance notice that come summer of 26, we're gonna bid it out.
Let's go May of 26.
Okay,
Let's just put a date to it
okay,
and deal with it.
okay,
So they know and we know and everything else.
perfect, okay?
Okay, great. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Did we have a second on that, or just?
Oh,
I don't have.
I don't think we had a second.
I'll second it.
okay,
Okay.
thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, now back to the hayland. I'm just gonna tell you one thing with this hayland that we've been through in the last 20-some years. With alfalfa, it's usually good for a good 4 years. And when the farmer maintains it and fertilizes it and everything, he's got an investment into it that way. We've been through and things. And in 24 years of sitting here, I think at one time, we ever had anybody show interest differently, and that was just this last time with Blaine Weber being involved. I think, that I recall. But
We don't get a lot of people knocking at the door interested.
no, we don't, and, no. It's up to you guys if you want to rebid it, or what is Blaine asking for here?
It would be to continue the 62.
Just
for-
continue it at,
62 for
Yeah.
60 acres is in the current contract.
you know. What do you guys think?
Wish I knew what the going rate of Hayland is. I have no idea.
I
don't
will
know.
be honest, I don't know with hayland either.
I don't know.
I know cropland, but
Well,
not
I think when
hayland.
we looked at it at the airport, we didn't really raise it as much as we wanted or what other cities had, just because of, just the condition of agriculture in general, we try to take it easy on those guys, So, I got no problem sticking with it.
Yeah, I got no problem staying with this at that. But it's up to you guys if you want to bid it or if you want to continue another 3-year contract with Blaine at $62. Looking for a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor of extending the contract with Blaine Weber for 3 years for $62 an acre signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. Abusing snow removal contract?
Yeah, so updated rates are enclosed. There is an increase from between the last season compared to this year, so that information is enclosed in staff notes.
My personal feelings are, for the years of, we've had this relationship with them, and the working relationship between the Public Works and them has been just great. And we're very fortunate to have somebody that we can call on to come in and do this type of work with, without the city owning this type of, equipment and overhead and extra people needed 3-4 times a year. We're extremely fortunate to have this,
Yeah.
my feelings.
The thing is, they don't really even have to call them, because they know, so they'll come in the middle of the night if they need to.
Yeah.
And they're very efficient.
Yep.
So, but I suppose the price of fuel has gone up, you know.
Yeah.
And of course.
Price of fuel, the equipment, the
maybe some-
repairs.
Fuel's gone up,
Someday
and
that
snow's
price of
going
fuel-
down.
I saw the weather report, supposed to be cold and snowy this year, so. we'll
Yeah,
see.
never know.
They saw that last year.
Yeah, I know.
It blows out my driveway's like, I can't do it anymore.
Okay,
He only came out like twice last winter,
yeah,
so just people are losing money,
yeah.
snow removal business.
Well, I'll move to continue the contract with the.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay,
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right. Reschedule the street vacation hearing.
Yep, so this is to reschedule. Unfortunately, it did not get published in the newspaper on time, and the legal description for the YME area was not finished yet. So, had a conversation with Rich Schneider and others, and we felt, well, we have to, because we have to get it in the paper
Yep.
by state statute so many days prior to the hearing, and that just, it didn't happen. So, looking also to reschedule that then for November 17th.
All right, looking for a motion then to reschedule the hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor of rescheduling the hearing signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Let's see, 6B5, inspection of 187 Baldwin.
Looking to see what council's thoughts are
Yeah.
with this property. There was a recent fire in the home. The homeowners indicated they have no intention to do anything. When the fire department was there, they noted a rodent infestation issue, mold issue, among other issues, and photos were shared. Seeing if council wants to move forward and start the nuisance process, which would first call for an inspection of the home.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Or anybody got a second?
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? I would like to add something. I think anytime we have a home fire or a commercial residential fire, I really think we should have a inspection done, just to see what the building inspector thinks and come up with a plan to work with them.
Outline all the changes that,
Yeah, I
updates or
really think we
changes or
should
repairs that need to be
look
done.
at that in the future.
That's just something staff going forward will just make sure
Yeah.
it's brought to council.
Okay.
Would that be a special assessment then added on, the cost of that?
If it goes to the point where it goes to court and it's given to the city for removal, like as a hazardous property, then yeah, we would
Okay.
assess it to the parcel. We don't take ownership of the parcel, but we would assess it to the parcel, the cost. And then usually what happens is it goes up for forfeiture.
Okay, any
which
other
this house
discussion?
Is going up. at
Okay.
forfeiture.
All those in favor of ordering an inspection on 187 Baldwin signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. Now we got another one, inspection on 492 Prentice, and that is also a
Fire.
fire, residential fire. And there's concerns with that piece of property. Yep. I would reiterate by saying that I really think we need to inspect any residential and commercial buildings that have been on fire.
I agree.
Anybody like to make a motion on the inspection of 492 Prentice?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Good. Any other discussion? All those in favor of inspection of 492 Prentice signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. All right, then we got information, discussion, we got Board of Appeals.
Yep, just training's available for anyone that's interested. We're required to at least have 2 council members, and we do. It's Steve and Scott.
Yep.
How long is it good for?
Um,
'Cause I was,
sent it out in the one email. I think one of you is 28 and one of you is 27, but I don't remember which is.
because I just did mine, I think it was last year, or just.
So yours is probably good for 28, and I believe Steve is 27. One was for 27 and one was for 28.
If anybody else is interested, you can do it online, and it takes about 10 minutes is it.
Yeah, it says it takes 45 minutes, it doesn't. And it's
Pretty easy process.
so much better than the old way where you had to go sit in the basement at the old courthouse in the middle of the summer, packed in there with like 30 other people, listening to an accountant.
Hey,
So it's definitely way easier.
Yeah, it is, yep. So, okay, anything else on that? Anything else to come before council tonight?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
second.
Here we go, thank you.